Hello, everyone. Happy
Hi.
Monday.
Happy Monday, happy fall.
Yes.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. We're the Hatch Homes Group, and this is our Monday market update. And today we are going to talk about PDX Best Buys. And really, we're going to talk about how we find those best buys. And, this concept of that we're talking about right now about why this time of year is usually a pretty good time to buy. And interest rates will go up. So where is the best place to buy? So let's start with you, John, and going through some actual market data so that we can kind of frame this whole conversation.
Yeah. Well, this last week, we've seen more and more mention in the press about inflation and interest rates. Before, a lot of real estate experts and people studying the economy have been pretty optimistic about interest rates remaining low. But this recent chart here shows interest rates way above 4%. The Fed want to keep inflation at around 2%. But here you can see it's way over 4%. So this is a problem. And it is more and more, the Feds are analyzing this and coming up with predictions of increasing interest rates earlier than expected because they need to control inflation to keep the economy healthy. So we're definitely expecting interest rates to go up a bit sooner than was predicted.
Yeah, probably as early as like mid next year, early next year, 2022.
So good time to buy and refinance.
And that's why, right now is get like your prime time.
Those inflation rates are the highest they've been in 20 years. So
it's all over the news, like any economic report is talking about inflation right now.
Yeah. And so we were going to talk about the market here. And this is a tool we use to look at what's happening in different price ranges in different areas. We get this information together every week. And what we want to do here is look at what's happening. What we can tell from this these charts is we can predict where opportunities are and where competition is.
Yeah, I really feel like right now our highest inventory is in condos. And it's also a really good place to start as a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, so we really use these tools to find the best buys, right? Like when you're saying find the opportunities, we use it to find it. And if you're on a cell phone, you're probably going to have to really zoom in to see these figures. But also, we always dive into them in like a consultation with you, like whether you're a seller or a buyer, to look at what's happening in your area and price point. This is how we really have our finger on the pulse of the market, right?
Yeah. So what these array of numbers allow us to see is, for example, here, this price range between 500 and 600,000, we have a over 1,300 active listings, which is way above any of the other price points. And we can look at the inventory for that, and we can look at what's happening. This is a very active area where you're getting sales prices above list price, 104%. So we can see that's a very active area. You can also look at areas where there are opportunities, where there's a higher inventory. And
so I'll talk about my best buy. I'll talk about my best buy within that price point.
Yeah, good. And condos, a slightly different story. The active price range is 275, where we see 78 active listings. And in both these categories, we've seen slight increases in actives coming on the market, which is a good sign for buyers.
Yeah. Especially for first-time buyers trying to get in the market. I feel like you can see from, well, maybe you can't see because it's pretty small, but condos under 400,000 right now are where the Best Buys are. And I'll show you an example of that in just a moment. And Angela will show you the next one of single family homes. Oh, there's the condo. So this is a prime example of what I think is a prime really good buy. It's in the Hollywood district in Northeast Portland. It's a really accessible area. It's really nice around there. This is a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath condo, which is also a little bit rare, and to have it over 1,000 square feet. The HOA is only like under 300 as well, and that includes water, sewer, and garbage. But it's all remodeled. It's really nice. It's under 400,000. And it's still on the market a week later. So I think that the opportunity to move quickly into that is that sense of urgency is slowly deteriorating a little bit, because we can, some things are just not flying off the market like you would think they would be.
Yeah, mine's a good example as well. So like with single family home, the most active price point between 500 and 600,000. Like we see that too, because that's like a really good like entry to Portland price. Like if you want a single family home, if you could be in the 500 to 600 range, you'll have like a good variety of options fairly close in. It's, where our average list price, our sale price lingers in Portland. But so this one is like an example of like, if this was on the market in like probably in the spring, it wouldn't be on the market for 7 days. Like it would have like flown off. And it's so cute. 3-bedroom, 2 bath, pretty close in, right by a park, remodeled. There's a lot of great things about this property, especially like to get a house in that price point with a full 2nd bathroom. That's also like, that doesn't always happen. But like it kind of brings up this like weekly flow that we have in this market of homes come on the market end of week, like Thursday, Friday is really common. Then on the weekend, they're doing opens or they're getting as many showings as they can, and then have offer deadlines on a Monday or Tuesday. So sometimes when you're searching in this price point, you don't see as much come on if you're searching on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. But then if you like have your search set up for lesser in the week, then you have a lot more to like go off of. Yeah. So it's just an example of like when I was doing this search, I was like, wow, there's so much more homes on the market right now than I expected.
I have buyers looking in that exact range, and I was surprised to see how many options there were. It's refreshing and it's great. I mean, and that's another reason why now is the time to buy. I mean, although both of our examples were Northeast Portland, of some hot buys, there's little pockets all over the metro area that have the same kind of situation, and is something to keep an eye on, and why now is such a good time to buy. With the inventory going up, we also have the possibility of interest rates going up just, early next year. So this is just a little chart showing you the difference in your monthly payment, even if the interest rate goes up a whole percentage, maybe a little less, I mean, you're looking at like 12% or 10% more in your monthly payments. And although like the prices are going to continue to go up, it's not going to be as substantial as we've seen. And honestly, when you're calculating your monthly mortgages, a $20,000 difference really is kind of negligible, because it adds maybe $50 to $100 on your monthly payment, which could be significant for some people, but it's just important to keep in mind that the more impactful aspect is the mortgage rate.
Yes.
And that's why you're in a good position right now to either purchase or refi. Definitely refinancing too.
Yep. If you need any referrals for any rental lenders, we got them for you. But for sure, I think the moral of the story is there's some hot buys right now in Portland because of these interest rates, because of this time of year. So just don't miss out on it. Like these things do not last. Like we have to tell our clients that all the time. Like if you watch this today in the fall and, you know, like, but if you're in another market, like just come New Year, these things might not be the same. So do something now.
Yeah. And if you're the type of person who wants to analyze the data, we've got lots of data to analyze with you.
Yeah, we can go over that with you for sure.
Lots more than this. So thank you so much for joining us and have a wonderful week.
Thank you.